Well, we have come to an end. Avengers End Game wraps up Phase 3 with an amazing bang. So where do we go from here? What are we gonna get in Phase 4? Before I continue, there are a lot of spoilers ahead, so you have been warned. Now before we get into it, I'm gonna give you my quick review of Avengers End Game. This movie was amazing, a roller coaster of emotions, and the end fight scene was a cinematic masterpiece. And there was just so much I loved about this film. It gets a 9.5 out of 10 for me. So, that being said, with there not being any end credits scene in Avengers End Game to give us a hint, where do we go from here? Well, we do get some guesses along the way in Endgame, towards the end. We know Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is being filmed, and now that Fat Thor joins them on their Avengers, we can only guess it's gonna be a funny ride. Also, I'm guessing most of the movie is Peter Quill looking for the other Gamora, since we see him searching for her at the end. We already got a trailer for Spider-Man Far From Home, so those are two movies we know 100% we are getting. We know we are getting a multiverse since they talk about it in the Spider-Man's trailer, so that's interesting and can also introduce a lot more characters. Also, I do kind of find it funny how all of the main side characters in Spider-Man are back. Very convenient that they all happen to have been snapped away. But it's a movie, so oh well. Next movie to be confirmed is Black Widow's solo movie. Now, as you may know, she's dead, so this film has to be a prequel movie, kind of like Captain Marvel. I'm assuming it's going to be starring Hawkeye as well, and possibly going to take place during Budapest, since she has mentioned this mission with Hawkeye on multiple occasions. From what we can see on IMDb, Doctor Strange 2 is being worked on, and I'm guessing we're gonna get a return of Baron Mordo, since we saw him turn bad at the end of the first movie. It also has been rumored that they are working on a Black Panther 2, but it hasn't appeared on IMDb yet. A villain that would be interesting for that movie would either be White Wolf or Namor. But we can't have White Wolf as a villain now because they gave Bucky that nickname. So that just leaves us with Namor. And I would love to see Namor in the MCU. Seeing what DC could do with Aquaman shows me that they could make some awesome Namor scenes. Alright, so a little lesser known characters that are getting movies that are heavily rumored at coming out. First is the Eternals movie. Now, I'll be honest, I've never heard of these guys before, and I would say I know quite a bit about comics. So it's interesting that they would make a team movie with characters I know most people will have no idea who they are. And you can see it didn't work out so well for the Inhumans TV show. And I at least knew who those characters were.
Ooh, sick burn.
So it'll be interesting to see how that works out. Also, another movie we get is Shang-Chi, which will be Marvel's first Asian-led movie. He has worked alongside the likes of Iron Fist, so maybe we can see him come to the big screen. Maybe Iron Fist will be recasted for the movie. Who knows, but it could be a really fun movie, just bringing it back down to earth for a fun martial arts Marvel movie. So now that Disney Plus is a thing, they are making shows like Netflix, so Kevin Feige announced 2 official shows that are in canon to the MCU. First is Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and the last one is WandaVision. Now it's interesting to see the first one be called that. I'm guessing Falcon doesn't feel comfortable at taking the mantle of Captain America after being given the shield, even though in the comics when this happens, Falcon does take up the role of Captain America. I'm also really interested to see how Wanda gets Vision back since, you know, he's kind of dead in Infinity War. So, that's all that has been either announced or rumored for Phase 4 so far, which really doesn't give us a lot to work with. So this is why I came up with a list of things I would love to see in Marvel Phase 4 and beyond.
To infinity and beyond!
First things first, Kevin Feige needs to bring the Fantastic Four to MCU. I would love to see the Fantastic Four, and they have been done so wrong in the last time out. And it's not fair that the first, technically second, time out was in the very beginning of the superhero craze. But I know in the right hands, they could be done amazingly. And this will also be able to set up so many things like Doctor Doom, Silver Surfer, and Galactus. Also, Reed Richards is super smart, so he can easily take over the mantle of being the tech smart guy now that Tony Stark is dead. For now. It's not confirmed yet if we are getting it, but another Ant-Man and the Wasp movie would be awesome. I love Paul Rudd, and I really want to hear Michael Peña's character break down another crazy story again. Another character that needs to make an appearance, which they could easily do at the end credits scene in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and then give him his own solo movie, is Nova. I mean, we already got the Nova Corps, and I think introducing Nova would be awesome, because I love his character. What could be interesting, either show on Disney Plus or movie, would be the Young Avengers. We do get hints of Hawkeye teaching his daughter how to shoot, and he says she's really good. Now, she's no Kate Bishop, but I think it'd be really fun to see her and the rest of the team either in a show format or be brought into their own movie. Another character I think should be brought back that has been done before is Ghost Rider. Now, I know a lot of people didn't like those movies, but the last one came out 8 years ago, and I think in the right hands, this movie could be done amazingly. And also Ghost Rider in the MCU, hello, he is super powerful and would be awesome to see him join in the group and watch him kick ass. Okay, so I've heard rumors of this possibly happening, but bringing back Blade would be super dope as well. Now, I would love to see him come back as Wesley Snipes because he was an amazing Blade, but I'm also okay with them rebooting it as long as they pick a good actor to play Blade. Since we are getting Shang-Chi, I think it'd be really cool if we could get a Moon Knight movie. Now, Moon Knight has come in plenty of different arrays of what he looks like throughout comic book history. There's the more Spawn-looking version of him, and then there's the more kind of in-between look, and then there's the kind of basic mask/suit combo. I like all of them, so they can easily pick from the three to choose which one fits their movie better. But Moon Knight is a really cool character, and I think a movie with him would be very entertaining. Characters and storylines that could be used for Phase 4 can be Secret War, Secret Invasion, and I think now that we got introduced to the Skrulls, Secret Invasion would make a lot of sense. For characters, they could easily introduce any of these in movies mentioned already. First up, we have Gladiator, who could easily be in Nova's movie or the Eternals movie. Beta Ray Bill, which we get to see a statue of his head on the planet Sakaar. He could appear in Thor's next solo movie, which would be awesome. Super Skrull could show up during or the introduction of Secret Invasion and in a Fantastic Four movie. Moondragon and Adam Warlock could show up in the next Guardians of the Galaxy movie, since we already were teased about Adam appearing at the end of the second film. Annihilus could be one of the big bads in a team-up movie. Darkhawk could show up in a Nova's movie, and last but not least, Kang the Conqueror. He would make a great villain for the new Avengers to team up against to take down, now that they introduced time travel and the multiverse. All of this I would love to see in Phase 4 and beyond. I'm really excited and looking forward to what we will get in the future of Marvel films. If you guys like this video, hit that thumbs up, and if you guys want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and thanks for watching.